Hi, I'm Sarah Rayne. It's usually a building that inspires a plot for me, but when it came to writing What Lies Beneath, it was an entire village. Quite near where I live is a beautiful and largely unspoilt village. On its outskirts is a massive reservoir, and there's a wonderful, elusive and eerie legend that tells how the reservoir's creation drowned a number of buildings. At times, the legend expands and it becomes a complete hamlet that lies beneath the waters. I found it fascinating to imagine all those buildings under the waters, shops, streets, a church, all lying silent and still beneath thousands of gallons of water. The trouble was that other writers have found it a fascinating concept as well. They've used it several times, and there's even a term for the genre, reservoir noir. So I thought I would have to abandon the idea. But once lodged in my mind, it persisted. I delved a bit deeper into the tradition of lost villages, and England has a remarkable number of them. Remote pockets that were once thriving communities, but that now, for various reasons, lie dead and buried, as if preserved under silent amber glazes. In the main, they were lost to the laws of enclosure, to coastal erosion and monastic depopulation. Some were wiped out by disease, of course, the Black Death in particular. More recently, villages and communities have been swept aside by less exotic causes, bypasses and motorways. And then, exploring deeper, I came across places that had been the subject of strange and even macabre experiments. One of the most famous is perhaps Grunard Island, the famous Anthrax Isle in Scotland, which was closed for nearly 50 years. And of course there are places such as Porton Down and Sellafield. Then I found a poem by Oliver Goldsmith called The Deserted Village, written in 1770. One of the lines is this: "Silent bats in drowsy clusters cling to those poisoned fields." Could any writer be handed a better image? And that was when I came up with the idea of not a drowned village, but a poisoned village. An ordinary English village that had been the subject of a strange experiment, during the Cold War perhaps, but an experiment that went wrong, so that the place had to be sealed up for the next 50 years. What secrets could you hide inside a place that's sealed off from the world for half a century? Could the origins of those secrets even be trapped inside a crumbling old manor house lying quietly at the heart of the poisoned village? And at that point, my lost village, with all its long buried secrets, began to be possible again. My village is called Priors Bramley, and it's fictional. But its counterpart can be found in several places in Britain.